Hello. I just finished working for 25 minutes and now I'm going to have a 5 minute break. And I don't know about you, but I normally get quite stiff around my spine sitting down for too long. So I tend to set a timer for 25 minutes of work and then I do 5 minutes of moving around, going to the bathroom, grab a snack, get some water, that type of thing. So I'm going to show you a little routine for the spine that I do sometimes, which takes about 5 minutes, and then I can get back to my work again. So have a look at this. So first of all, we have three different types of planes that we can work in, and everything sort of in between and in combination. So the first thing we have is the sagittal plane, so forwards and back. And then we have the frontal plane, which is sideways like this. And then we have the transverse plane, which is in rotation like this. So we're going to have a look at doing some spinal movements that takes all of these three different planes into consideration. So the first thing I'm going to do is a normal forward bend. So I'm going to start at the head and I'm going to tuck that in, and I'm going to pretend or try to work with one vertebrae folding forward after the other as much as that is possible. And I'm going to go all the way down, and I obviously start with the spine, but the later movement is going to be more from the hip. But when I go up here, I'm going to tuck this under, and then I'm going to bring one vertebrae up after the other until I'm back up. And I'm going to do that again. Nice and gentle. Here. Going to go all the way up again. And a third time. And then from here, I'm going to work sideways. So I'm going to lead with my head, and I'm going to go to the side as far as I can, and then I'm going to go the other direction. Just keep folding one vertebrae after the other. And then we're going to have a look at the transverse plane as well. And what I normally do is I lead with a few different spots along the spine. So obviously you have the spine going all the way from the skull down to the pelvis and the sacrum. So we're going to have a look at starting leading with the belly button, and we're going to do circles like this. Sometimes for some people it actually helps to hold and give a tactile cue as you're working through here. So the focus should be on getting rotation through this bit here. And don't forget to do both directions. And then we're going to have a look at doing it from the sternum leading. So we're going to be here. And don't worry if this is a bit messy. It's all good. It doesn't have to be super isolated. And the other way around. Just get the spine moving at this point. Here. And then we can lead with the head. And the nose especially, can really get into more of the higher vertebrae. And then the other direction. Cool. And And the way that I really like to combine all of these different motions and back and forth and rotations and all that sort of thing is to put on some music and dance and do spinal waves to it. So I'm gonna have a look at putting on a good tune. All right, and you can just freestyle and combine lots of different things here. I think you get the gist. Spend about 5 minutes after a 25-minute time of work. Spend 5 minutes moving your spine around so it doesn't get too stiff and stuck, and keep moving.